this is Mella from Mella Reads. It's nice to see you today. This video is going to be about some second-hand book shopping that I have done over the past week. I was having a rough day work-wise earlier in the week, and so I went straight from work to Savers, which is a second-hand group of stores here in Melbourne, Australia. So their book section isn't huge, but I spent nearly an hour going through it. It was pretty busy, and so I didn't feel like I could film while I was there, but I wanted to show you guys what I pulled out. So I got two books. One of them is The Bridges of Madison County, which was made into a film a couple years after its release. I have a feeling from my brief internet researching that the film is more well reviewed than the book, but you know, it's a really brief romance novella, and that's sort of something I like to read, and also something I sort of am working on writing, so I thought it would be really good to have a look at that. And the other book I got is What Color Is Your Parachute? This is sort of one of those really crucial texts that's used when helping people with career planning. This kind of applies to the line of work I do. I'm a youth worker. I help people with their transition from sort of their secondary education, if they even complete that, into the next phase of their life. But also I bought this for my partner because he's in the process of looking at career changing. So that's all I got that day, and I'm quite happy to do that. Like, I don't need to pile up with things just because they're cheap or they're there. I'd rather be a little bit more selective, and often it's just the process of browsing that's enjoyable anyway. And then yesterday I was in the city in Melbourne, and I went to a store I haven't been to before that's called City Basement Books, and it's a second-hand bookstore. And if I can work out how to upload a photo in the video, I might do that. But it's one of those like really crammed second-hand bookstores where there's just piles next to the shelves, and I spent nearly 3 hours there browsing, just in my own little world, and it was quite lovely. So I got a few books there as well. I got Ruth by Elizabeth Gaskell, a Victorian era writer from the UK, and this is specifically about a fallen woman. I've been wanting to read Elizabeth Gaskell. She's pretty soon on my list. This one seems pretty interesting to me, so I thought it's a pretty nice cover. Oxford World Classics edition in good nick. I'd grabbed that. The next one I got is The Floating World in Japanese Fiction, which refers to the sort of, I think, Edo period of Japan, when it was a peaceful time, and so culture sort of really was able to flourish. As I mentioned in my last video, I'm trying to read The Tale of Genji, which is a lot older than this stuff, but probably a precursor. So this book has a mixture of some essays on the literature that came out of that period, as well as some samples of translations and some artwork from the period, which is very cool. So I'm going to enjoy having a look through that. There we go. The third one I got is The Enchantress of Florence by Salman Rushdie. So I have not read anything by Salman Rushdie, and this is probably not one of his most well-known novels. I believe it's his 8th or 9th novel, and it's probably not where most people would start. But I read the blurb on this, and then I googled it a little bit, and it sounds like something I will really enjoy, so I'm looking forward to reading it as soon as I can. It is set between the Mughal Empire in sort of Central Asia, and also with scenes in the Ottoman Empire and in Renaissance era Florence in Italy. It's sort of working with real historical figures, like Machiavelli's in it and Akbar the Great is in it, and sort of telling a story in, I guess, what is Rushdie's sort of preferred genre from my understanding, which is sort of that magical realism. So it's sort of like a more fantastical version of a possible history, and nearly everyone in the major cast, from what I understand, is a genuine historical figure or inspired pretty directly by one. And again, this is something that I have been experimenting with in my own writing, which I have not discussed on this channel really, but seeing how someone as masterful as he works with that sort of actual historical figures in a sort of more magical or fantastical way is something I'm really looking forward to seeing how he does that. So those are my little secondhand finds this week. It doesn't happen every week, but I'm pretty happy with them, and so I thought I would do a quick video to share them. And that's it for this video. Thank you for watching. Please let me know if you've read any of these, what you think of them, and maybe if I enjoy them, anything else you would recommend for me to pick up next or keep an eye out for next when I'm out and about. Okay, thank you. Bye.